Hello everyone, this is Randy from Control House. We're here to show you a new product that we're going to be putting on eBay starting this week. What we have here is called the TinyDuino OLED 433mHz RF link receiver / prototype shield. Wow, I said a lot, but let me explain a little bit about this circuit board. Most of us have seen these devices, right? Well, this device, of course, is the 0.96 inch I2C OLED display that many of us have seen and purchased perhaps even on eBay. And what we have here is the 433 megahertz RF link receiver. And the RF receiver and transmitter are both sold, and sometimes you can buy them for under $1 on eBay. Well, many of us like to try to interface these devices, and sometimes it can be somewhat difficult. So what we have here is a prototype board that mates with the TinyDuino microprocessor. I don't know if you've seen those yet, but they're about the size of a quarter. Tiny little circuit boards, tiny little microprocessors that yet are very powerful, allowing us to do a lot of control functions. So let me show you some particular important points about this prototype board, or this board that we've developed for the TinyDuino system. First of all, notice that there are a series of holes that are around the outside. These holes interface to the TinyDuino. Each and every one of the I/O pins on the TinyDuino are accessible on this circuit board, on the outer part of the circuit board. And yet toward the inside of the circuit board, we've also left room for some prototype area right in here. So it allows us to put an OLED display as well as that RF link receiver on this circuit board. For instance, if I were to put those devices on here, essentially all I would need to do is take a header, put it in the proper position for the OLED display, which is marked. We would solder that in there. If you want the RF link receiver, you would solder it in here, allowing you to plug both of those devices into this circuit board. Now let me show you exactly how it would mate to the TinyDuino adapter. What we use is the TinyDuino terminal shield. And instead of putting the terminals on it, we put female header pins. Then we take our device, which we put the male header pins on, and we're going to try to plug these two together. They line up really well. Snap right in, just like that. A couple really nice things about this circuit board as it's designed and developed is it allows us not only to put components on the top side of the circuit board, but also there's plenty of space on the bottom side if you like to put some components on the bottom side. Well, it makes things really plug and play. Let me give you an example of plug and play here. Here's a control that we built using this shield, using this component tied to a TinyDuino. And of course you can see it also has the RF receiver on it, and that's functioning also. The display works nicely. So it's plug and play. If you like plug and play, you'll like this receiver prototype shield that we have on eBay. Look for it. Thanks for your time.